Cesar Chavez was a civil rights activist born March 31st, 1927 in Yuma, Arizona to Juana Estrada and Librado Chavez, as well as having four other siblings named Richard, Librado, Rita, and Vicky. With the time of the Great Depression going on, it made it harder for the Chavez family to pay their taxes in Arizona, so they packed up very little of their belongings and moved to California, where the spark of his parents becoming migrant workers started. Once they found work, the whole Chavez family had to work. They would work very long hours for very little money, and even then, their bosses would try to pay them less. With all this hard work, it inspired Cesar Chavez to take a stand. Fast forwarding to him at 17 when he went to the Navy, but soon came back because he did not like it at all, and he found his soon-to-be wife, Helen Fabuela. They settled in a poor, overcrowded neighborhood in San Jose, California called Sale Si Se Puede, which in Spanish means get out if you can. There, he soon became friends with a Catholic priest named Father Donald McDonnell that did not stand for little kids to be working long hours at a farm. Father Donnell told Chavez to read Life of Mahatma Gandhi to inspire him to create change without using violence. One day, a man for the Community Service Organization, or CSO, came to Chavez's home, and the words that he told him caught his attention about migrant worker awareness, and soon he started organizing meetings, and under Chavez's leadership, the CSO became the most powerful Mexican-American organization in the country. The organization eventually became so huge, it became the National Farm Workers Association, or NFWA. Chavez organized many strikes, which is when workers don't work and people don't buy or use the product. Some include the Rose Gunner strike that led to one of the most recognized stands taken by Cesar Chavez, the Grape Picker strike. As more farmers joined, farm owners fought back by threatening and hurting the pickers. Soon, the strikers were getting frustrated and doubting the peaceful protests, but Chavez still insisted to keep it peaceful. The organization provided food, childcare, and a place to sleep to cover for them not getting paid so that the workers did not need to stress. On March 17, 1963, Chavez and hundreds of others took a 25-day march to the California state capitol to hear good news that there was an agreement to a 35-cent raise. After that, Chavez continued to take a stand against things like pesticides and even took a 36-day fast in 1988, which is when a person does not eat or drink hardly any food, if not at all. A few years later, after a few days of fasting, he sadly died on April 23, 1993, at the age of 66 in San Jose, Luis, Arizona, while he was sleeping of an unknown cause. A year later, he became the recipient of the U.S. Medal of Freedom awarded to him by President Clinton, in which his wife received for him. In conclusion, without Cesar Chavez taking a stand, farm workers would still be treated horrible with unreasonable working conditions.